They just pulled it off. $1.2 trillion budget to keep our government open. And they put some of the nastiest things in there with your taxpayer dollars, with my taxpayer dollars. Earmarked things that I completely believe are immoral, unethical, disgusting. And this should enrage most Americans. And we need to get this kind of information out because we still need to vote, even though I believe that I get it, votes are rigged. But when I vote, I'm before voting my conscience, I'm voting before God. And then I've got to vote with my money because the government's voting with our money. They're taking our money while they don't pay the taxes that you do because they're making exorbitant, insane riches off of what they're doing in our government. They go in not having a net worth of really much, make 150, 200 grand a year. They come out multi-millionaires. This should enrage us. This story is out of the Washington Times. It's entitled, "Budget Turned on Its Earmark, Millions for Woke Items, Including Transgender Hormones and Underwear." It says, buried in the newly passed $1.2 trillion federal spending package are millions of dollars for woke causes, including groups that host drag shows and provide teens seeking to change their sex with gender-affirming hormones and underwear. Type 1 if you think this is disgusting. Type 2 if you think, no, this is how our government should spend our money. I'm just curious. It says conservatives flagged a bevy of earmarks for pet congressional causes in the 1,012-page minibus that cleared the Senate Saturday, such as $400,000 for Garden State Equality in New Jersey, which promotes free gender-affirming garments. They include chest binders using the flattened female chest and gaffs designed to help minimize the appearance of crotch bulge. The earmark was requested by New Jersey Democrat Senator Cory Booker. That's a Democratic senator. His name is Cory Booker. Get him out of Congress. And Robert Mendez. Let's see both of them gone. It's not crazy to say that the federal government should not be subsidizing trans clothing for minors. Representative Ralph Norman. Get rid of Ralph right now. South Carolina Republican posted on X. Oh, wait, hold on. I read that wrong. See, I'm so fired up. He says it's not crazy to say the federal government should not be subsidizing trans clothing. See, wait a minute. See, the way they read stuff. I hate this crap. Advancing American Freedom, a conservative group founded by former Vice President Mike Pence, ticked off a list of the package, good, bad, and the ugly, the last of which included $400,000 for Briar Patch Youth Services, earmarked by Senator Tammy Baldwin, a Wisconsin Democrat. The organization's Teens Like Us, all that stupid acronym of LGBTQMA, what the freak, program offers counseling and gender-affirming clothing, according to an AAF screen grab, and emphasizes that youth do not need parent or guardian permission to join. How do you feel that the government is now raising our children? This should absolutely enrage you. Does it enrage you? Democrats are trying to push a $400,000 earmark for an organization giving confused 13-year-olds binding and tucking clothing without parental permission, AAF said in a statement. The federal government should not be subsidizing trans clothing for minors. After the Republican Party of Wisconsin accused Mrs. Baldwin of choosing woke over Wisconsin parents, her spokesman, Eli Rosen, said the funding would be used for counseling and not the Teens Like Us activities. Senator Baldwin is proud to deliver resources for Wisconsin to help kids experiencing homelessness get the care they need and land on their feet, Mr. Rosen told the Milwaukee Journal-Sentinel. The left is absolutely insane. They are nuts. Let me ask you this, and I really do want your opinion. Are there any people that used to be Democrats that in the last, let's say, 8 years have become so, like, blown away with how disgusting the left has gotten, that they've walked away from being on the left and going to the right, going for conservative values, Christian conservative values, knowing that if we don't have that, type 4 if that's you. And I'm just curious because I love meeting someone that goes, whoa, I used to be that. I'm not that. I see what's going on. We want more people to be able to acknowledge, oh my gosh, I see it now. This is insane. Thank you to Rob, Doug. Look at all the people that are saying, yeah, I used to be like that. I'm not like that. This is nuts. See, that's what gives us hope. When Americans go, no, that's not what I voted for. I might have heard some propaganda, or maybe everything was different, but it's changed now and I don't vote for that. Look at all the people that are admitting that. That's the exciting part. When you're seeing people that go, yeah, no, I don't believe that way anymore. That should give you hope. Of course, it's hard not to get fired up with stories like this. It says here, conservatives also highlighted $350,000 for a National Association for the Advancement of Colored People in Connecticut. $740,000 to increase diversity. Just so you know, the word diversity is just another fancy word for racism. Type 5 if you agree with that. And I want to get you fired up. I want to get your opinion because other people need to see that they're not alone. That's one thing that once you feel some way, but you're like, oh man, and there are a lot of people out there that they don't got the guts to stand up. But when they find out they're not the only ones, no, you're not crazy. See, the nation's going crazy through these liberals. Then you go, okay, I have a little bit more courage to stand up. It is easier to stand up with an army than stand up by yourself. I'm going to stand up and I'm going to keep standing up. It's really starting to come down out here. When I started the live stream, it wasn't this strong. I need to go skiing. It says there was more, including $845,000 for Envision U of Denver. You know what? We're going to go for a walk, actually, because this is nutty. I got to find... It's getting nutty out here. Including $845,000 for Envision U of Denver. Hold on. Give me a second. Let's fix this. We're going to go for a walk and talk. We're going to find some shelter from the snow. U of Denver, an LGBTQ mental health organization that has hosted drag shows. Okay, so first off, I believe that we need to help people with mental illness. I really do believe that. It's important. But this part, hosting drag shows, and advocated for the removal of Oklahoma Superintendent of Public Instruction Ryan Walters, a critic of gay student rights, and $740,000 for entire Hermanos in Seattle. I think we're at a moment where people that are fighting for our good morals are being attacked, and we can't let that happen. We need our nation to stand up to help support people that are being attacked, but also come against those that want to attack. Hold on, I'm going to get under here real quick. Stand by. A little wet. What's scary about our government is that the people, I'll give you an example. We had a gay marriage vote in California a long time ago. And the people spoke. They said, no, we don't want that to be legal. Voted very strongly against it. A few months go by and the government just goes, we don't care about what you voted. We're going for it. We are in a very serious time. Our government hides things and they use this as blackmail. If you don't remember the famous words, was it Nancy Pelosi that said that we must vote for this package so that we could see what's in it? I don't remember when that was. It was a long time ago. It was absolutely the most insane thing because there was no way to read it. It was so thick, and it was intended to be thick and full of tons of words so that they would hide very scary things that would steal our rights, our human rights, inside those bills. And now they're law. It's too late. And now what they're doing is they're using these budgets that are going to shut down the government, because the government has gotten so big. Our government is so massive, so powerful, that now they threaten shutdowns and all of the jobs. I mean, the government, U.S. government, DOD is the nation's largest employer. Think about all the people that aren't going to have a paycheck, and they threaten and threaten. And then they put all this heinous stuff inside of these bills. These are horrible things. I'm going to go over a couple more things that they put money towards. Hold on, sorry, I lost my place. It says Republicans also blasted the $850,000 earmarked for LGBTQ senior housing in Massachusetts. $850,000, which is building the first LGBTQ affirming affordable senior housing development in New England. Wouldn't it be nice if that money went to seniors that were veterans, fought for our freedoms? No, it's gotta have something tied to it with the LGBTQ community. Why would your tax dollars go to this? Asked the House Freedom Caucus. Rhode Island Democrat Senator Jack Reed and Sheldon Whitehouse earmarked $1.8 million for Providence's Women's and Infants Hospital, which performs surgical abortions up to 22 weeks into pregnancy. Abortion is legal in Rhode Island until fetal visibility, or 22 to 24 weeks. You know, doctors really tried to push my mother and my father to abort me. They said that I was going to be born all disformed. They do these tests ahead of time, and then they tell you, oh, your child's going to be sick, it's going to be lame, you need to abort. It was so bad to where my father was actually in an argument with the doctor, because the doctor pretty much said he wiped his hands of the entire thing because I was going to come out so horrible. He didn't want to even deliver me. My father stood on his faith, and he says, I believe in Jesus Christ and my God. I prayed, I anointed my wife with oil, and my son's going to come out just fine. You see, there's people that they use abortions as a satanic sacrifice. The left is sick. They're demonic. I wouldn't be here if my parents would have listened to doctors back then. And you know, every single one of us has an amazing opportunity and purpose in life. I still am looking for mine. Maybe this is it. Speaking to the nations, to wake people up, to prepare people, this is doom and gloom. This is scary stuff that our government's spending our money on. But when you see the darkness, then you can experience the light. Until just recently, we knew things were rough. They weren't good. Before 2016, a lot of people were like, okay, this is sort of how it is. 2016 woke a lot of people up. In 2020, shook a lot of people. Because they understand politically, our government's not our friend. It's the enemy. This is why our founding fathers built the Constitution the way they did. I look at the executive, legislative, and judicial branch right now battling it out. This is why they did this. We are in a moment of time where there is an amazing opportunity, but it can only come if we are all ready for it, financially, and above all, mentally, spiritually. People need to wake up. I thank you from the bottom of my heart to everybody that shares these videos. I'm going to send this link to this story to my newsletter group, because if I put it in the comments or in the thing, it's not really going to want to get shared out. Let's put it that way. So thank you to everybody that's on the newsletter. the newsletter. We have to do it this way because yeah, I can't talk too much about it, but I've been informed by people that run these networks what's going on behind the scene, and it is crazy. I'm gonna put a link down to the newsletter below. I'm gonna share this link to this story so that you can read all of the crazy items that just passed. Your taxpayer dollars are going to, which I believe, and just watch what happens here live. Type 10 if this is disgusting to you and you don't want your tax dollars spent like this. Type 10. Just type 11 if you're cool with it. And just look at all the 10s. You're in a group right now, whether it be this live chat or you look in the comment section, you don't know it, but the greatest friends you're ever going to have, allies you're ever going to have, are right here in this group. These are amazing human beings around the world, and especially in America, of people that want to take care of their family, their friends, their community, and they're getting ready to stand up for their nation. Things are going to get really rough as this election comes. Look at all of these 10s. This is your light right here shining through the darkness. Don't forget that. And darkness is going to get darker as we go into this election, and the light's going to get brighter. The only question is, what side do you choose to be on? I thank my parents for believing in Jesus Christ so that I could be here before you talking about these things. I'm very grateful. The Economic Ninja is out.